Hi, so it's been a while since I've filmed a video. Main reason for that being this little guy right here. Both him and his sister definitely keep me busy. He's 5 months old now and I've really wanted to do an update video for you, so I'm feeling okay right now, recovering from a chest infection, but feeling okay. Got a bit of energy and a bit of time, so I might as well just sit down and get straight into it. So this is Cooper James. He was born on the 7th of February 2017. If you haven't already seen my birth story, I'll leave a link to it in the iCards. It talks about everything pretty much that happened to me in the labour and birth experience. He was born at 3.2 kilos, 50.5 centimetres in length, and had a 32 centimetre head circumference. So he's definitely grown a bit since then. I last had him weighed at his 4 month and he was just below 7 kilos, so he'd be above that now. He is around 62 centimetres in length and has a 43 centimetre head circumference. He's got a big head. He has 3 hemangiomas on his skin, 1 on his stomach and 2 on his back. Originally we were a bit concerned about them, but with paediatrician and doctor help, they've pretty much just let us know that by 6 months of age they will start to shrink. If you're not sure what a hemangioma is, I'll leave a link down below, sort of gives you a description of what they are. So the hospital stay this time around was very different to my first time. I was obviously a lot more relaxed and confident this time around. I knew what to expect, meaning I knew that I wouldn't be getting any sleep. I'd accepted that, so it was definitely less stressful. By the next day, I was well and truly ready to go home. We took another baby home. The first month of his life is definitely a blur of just trying to sleep whenever we can and just keeping him alive. Once again though, it definitely wasn't as stressful as the first time around. We had a handle of things and kind of knew what to do. It was obviously still hard to readjust back into that newborn life, and it did get harder the longer it went on, but it had more ease to it just because we'd done it before and we'd done it so recently as well. The hardest thing for me about the first month was probably the breastfeeding. Breastfeeding originally went really well in hospital. He latched on immediately and the latch itself was never hard. He was always really easy to attach. I didn't need any help from the midwives on that part, and he was pretty much always on my boob in the hospital. It felt a lot more natural this time around. It definitely didn't feel weird or hard in any way really. However, as the month went on, both physically and mentally, I started to really not cope with it. I'll probably talk about my whole breastfeeding experience with both kids in a different video because it is a lot more convoluted than what I'm sort of talking about now. But yeah, he doesn't breastfeed anymore and he started formula feeding probably at around about a month and a half old. Sleep. It is a very, very big topic in the baby and newborn world. It was definitely sporadic for him right up until about 2.5 months old. We just let him sleep wherever he wanted to sleep really. He slept a lot in his swing. I used that a lot. He wasn't really much of a baby wearing baby. Similar to April, he just didn't like being that confined. He's the type of baby as well that was actually quite easy to get to sleep. He didn't take a lot to settle, but once he was asleep, it was a lot of cat napping and he was just always cranky because he wasn't getting enough sleep. At around the 2.5 month point, we did some sleep training and he did take really well to it. We put him in his crib straight away, so he's been in his crib since then. And at the moment, he wakes up twice a night, generally around about midnight and then again about 3 or 4 o'clock, which was normal for her as well, so we're not too worried about that. During the day, he has 3 naps at the moment, but I think I'm about to phase out one of the naps because he's pretty much ready to go to 2 naps. It's the length of sleep that we're still struggling with, and I think that'll just continue to be an issue with him, but we'll get there. He's just started to not really take the dummy, so this might not buy me that much time, but we'll see how we go. Developmentally, he's changed a lot since the newborn, obviously, so I'll just go through a few of the things that really stand out for me. Tummy time. He originally was really, really bad at tummy time. He didn't really pull his head up for a long time. He can lift his head now. He has just started to kind of roll over. He has rolled a few times from his tummy to his back, and he sometimes rolls onto his side from his back, but yeah, I think that's still on its way. This kid loves to stand up. He is so stiff. From head to toe, he is stiff. I mean, he moves a lot, as you can tell, but he's just so stiff in the legs. He's the hardest baby to bend, to sit. I'm just gonna give him his bottle. Hang on. Okay, so a few firsts that he's had already. His first smile was at 4 weeks old, or just over 4 weeks old. I was actually pretty surprised how early it was. It's definitely a smile though.
Are you gonna smile for Mummy? Yeah, little smile. Yeah, good boy.
Definitely loves to smile at you. He smiles at both me and Ray a lot, and he's just started to smile a lot at both April and Trixie too. It's very cute. He's not really giggling yet. I've heard it a few times, but he's definitely not a giggly baby. It takes a lot to get this kid to giggle. His cord fell off at about 1 week old, and we actually waited for his first bath until that time. So he had his first bath around then, and since then he's definitely just loved the water. Every time it's bath time is a happy time. And that leads me to his first swim, which wasn't that long ago actually. I think it was about 2 to 3 weeks ago. I knew he'd enjoy it because he loves having a bath, so it was definitely a good experience. We haven't put him in swim classes like we did with April, but we want to try and get them both out to the public swimming pool just with us. That's kind of it for firsts right now. Something else that we've been kind of battling with Cooper since his birth is his congestion and his cough. He's just always been a congested baby and had this really awful cough that kind of chokes him a little bit. We have looked into it. We've gone to a pediatrician who then referred us onto a ENT specialist. We've had his abdomen looked at, we've had his chest looked at, because originally there was a thought that there might be some hemangiomas inside him as well as on the outside, and the ENT specialist looked in his throat and in his nasal passageway, and there's no obstructions there. So at the moment it's just kind of like a wait and see. We'll see if he grows out of it. I do actually have a follow-up appointment in October with his pediatrician, and if nothing's changed then we'll just go from there. We also have ruled out a cow's milk protein allergy, so the only other thing that I'm thinking it could be is an environmental allergy, but it'll be easier to test that when he's a bit older. Generally not too worried about it though. He's growing well, he's developing well. It's not really affecting him that much other than just being a little bit annoying and just making him sound like he's constantly got a cold. So that's Cooper. I hope you've enjoyed meeting him and learning a little bit about him. He does have his own little personality and it is starting to shine on through. I'm really excited to learn more about him as he gets a bit bigger. In terms of what I think he's like right now, I would say he's more relaxed than April was. Not in terms of like he never cries, because he does cry, but I feel like he's just a little bit more laid back. I don't know if that's second child syndrome or yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll see. I know a lot can change very quickly, which is why I want to keep doing his update videos, because he's definitely getting big very quickly. So I want to document as much as I can and remember as much as I can. If you want to see more of Cooper in the last 5 months and in the future, make sure you check out our vlogging channel. We do vlog every day and try and upload at least twice a week. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Make sure to subscribe for more videos like it, and I'll see you guys all next time. Bye!